But it is also a gift, this cosmic indifference. Because the universe does not care, we are free. We are free to decide what our lives mean. We are free to reject the external expectations placed upon us. We are free to create something that is truly our own. The universe does not dictate what we must believe, what we must value, or what we must become. In the absence of divine order, we are the creators of our own existence. We are the ones who must give our lives meaning, who must choose what is worth pursuing, who must decide how to live and what to believe. This is the freedom to be truly ourselves, to live authentically, to choose our own values, and embrace our own truth. We are not born with a preordained purpose. We do not have a cosmic destiny that has been written for us. The meaning of our lives is not handed down from on high. It is something we must create, something we must discover for ourselves. It is not something that will be revealed to us by others, by society, or by tradition. It is something that comes from within, from the deepest parts of our souls, from our desires, our passions, our struggles, and our dreams. We are the ones who must forge meaning in this world, and that is both a terrifying responsibility and a profound opportunity. The absurdity of life, this awareness that there is no ultimate meaning, no grand cosmic plan, is not a reason to despair. It is not an excuse to surrender to nihilism. Rather, it is an invitation, a challenge, a call to action. It is a chance to create meaning in a world that offers none, to shape our own existence from the raw material of experience, to create something beautiful and lasting, even if it exists only in the brief moments of our lives. The fact that the universe does not care does not diminish the power we have to shape our lives. It does not rob us of our ability to find meaning, to love, to create, to strive, to grow. On the contrary, it is in this very freedom that we find our true strength. In the midst of chaos, in the face of the absurd, we are given the chance to live fully, to embrace each moment for what it is, to live authentically and passionately. We can choose to live in defiance of the indifference of the cosmos. We can choose to love, to create, to explore, to seek truth, and to experience the fullness of life, even if it is fleeting. We can choose to live with purpose, not because the universe demands it, but because we choose to give our lives purpose. We can choose to rise above the chaos, to find meaning in the small, fleeting moments that make up our existence, and to embrace life fully in all its joy and sorrow. For even if life repeats itself eternally, as Nietzsche's concept of eternal recurrence suggests, we must live in a way that makes us proud to face that repetition. We must live in a way that affirms the value of our existence, even in the face of its transience. The endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth may feel overwhelming, but it is precisely this cycle that gives us the opportunity to affirm life, to say yes to existence in all its forms, even in the face of its meaninglessness. The only thing that truly matters is the life we live and the meaning we create within it. The universe may be indifferent, but our choices are not. We are the authors of our own stories, and it is through our actions, our decisions, and our love that we give our lives meaning. The stars may burn out, and the galaxies may crumble, but the meaning we create, the lives we touch, and the ways we choose to live, these are what endure. And in this, we find our purpose. Imagine for a moment that you possess the power to remain untouched by chaos, impervious to the stress of daily disruptions, and calmly centered no matter what life throws your way. This is not some mystical or unreachable ideal, but a practical, enduring wisdom that can transform your life today. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, from 161 to 180 AD, cultivated such power through a philosophy that still resonates with us today: Stoicism. At the heart of his teachings lies a remarkably liberating concept, the power of indifference. But before we rush to misunderstand the word indifference, we must be clear about what it actually means. In modern parlance, indifference often carries a negative connotation, a lack of care, of interest, or even of emotional involvement. However, this is far from what Marcus Aurelius meant by it. In his view, indifference is a selective engagement with the world, a strategic decision to focus on what you can control and detach from what you cannot. This approach doesn't mean withdrawing from life. Quite the opposite. It enhances life by liberating you from unnecessary emotional entanglement and freeing up your energy for what truly matters. In his personal writings, collected in his journal Meditations, which was never intended for public view, Marcus Aurelius spoke to himself in the most intimate way, offering powerful reflections on how to embody virtues such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. These reflections were not mere intellectual exercises, but the tools of a man actively engaging with the trials of ruling an empire and living a life of profound challenges, wars, betrayals, losses, and betrayals. The challenges Marcus faced were far from theoretical, and yet his philosophy helped him maintain clarity and calm in the face of overwhelming adversity. The dichotomy of control, central to Stoic philosophy, and particularly to Marcus Aurelius's teachings, is the dichotomy of control, understanding the difference between what we can change and what we cannot. This simple yet profound distinction is the key to peace of mind. There are things beyond our control. We cannot control the weather. We cannot control the past. We cannot control the fact that we will eventually age and die. But here's the crucial part. We can control how we respond to these truths. We can choose how we prepare for a storm. We can reflect on the lessons of the past without being trapped by it. We can accept our aging as a natural part of life and approach it with grace. One of Marcus's most famous meditations captures this concept perfectly. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The essence of this wisdom is to recognize that the only thing within your direct control is your mind, and the way you respond to the events around you. This brings strength, not in the form of brute force or resistance, but in the form of inner peace. The fluidity of change, like water. Now let's delve into one of the most powerful concepts Marcus Aurelius touched upon, the idea of change. It's not about transformation, as many might think. It's about changing like water. Water does not transform itself into vapor unless subjected to extreme external pressure, but it changes forms naturally based on the situation. Similarly in life, we are not bound to transformation. We are meant to change, to adapt, but without altering our essence completely. Think of it this way. Water does not worry about its future form. It simply adapts to its surroundings. Whether it is liquid, vapor, or ice, water remains true to its nature, but it changes shape in response to external forces. Transformation, in the Stoic sense, is dangerous because once you transform, like clouds turning into vapor, there is no going back. The clouds can't return to their previous state because external pressures, heat, have permanently changed them. A Stoic understands that change is inevitable, but transformation, where you cannot return to your previous state, is something to avoid. Instead, focus on being fluid, adaptable, changing shape but never forgetting your core nature. Understand that you were designed for greatness, not in some distant abstract way, but in a very real and concrete sense. You have within you the unique qualities, talents, and potential to make a profound impact on the world around you. The belief in your greatness is not about arrogance or self-centeredness. It is about recognizing the vast potential that lies within you and choosing to live in alignment with that potential every single day. This truth should fuel your determination to pursue your unique purpose, to develop your strengths, and to contribute to the world in a way that only you can. Greatness does not necessarily mean fame or fortune. Rather, it means living with authenticity, purpose, and a commitment to making a meaningful difference. When you acknowledge your own greatness, you embrace the responsibility that comes with it, to be the best version of yourself, to use your talents wisely, and to create a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. Let the opinions of others fall away, for they hold no power over you unless you allow them to. The judgments, criticisms, and expectations of others can be a heavy burden if you let them dictate your choices and your sense of self-worth. Stoic philosophy teaches that your worth is not defined by the opinions of others, but by your own values, actions, and integrity. Stay true to yourself and to your personal convictions, regardless of what others may think or say. Trust in your own wisdom and inner compass, knowing that as long as you remain grounded in your core beliefs, you will always be on the right path. Let go of the need for external approval and embrace the freedom that comes with living authentically.